So let me ask you, first thing in the morning, very first thing, what do you do, right? We are creatures of habit as people, right? We do things every morning, every day, whether we know it or not, whether we like them or not, we still do them. It's funny, the beginning of the year, everyone's always talking about new habits they're gonna create. But what they don't understand is they're not changing who they are mentally, they're just trying to change what they do. And so eventually, you end up going back to your original habits because that's what we're comfortable doing. So what habit do you have in the morning? What's the first thing you do? Well, you may get up and brush your teeth and maybe, go to the bathroom or whatever it is you do, but you have a habit of things that you do, right? A ritual. For me, I've got certain things that I do. I put on meditation music, first thing. Then what I do is I write my I am statements. Then I read 10 pages. And then I start getting ready for the gym. So I have a habit and a ritual, and I don't change that. Now, when I fly and I'm traveling, as you know, as an airline pilot, we go all over the world in different time zones. Sometimes I'll alter that when I'm on the road. But when I'm home, it's a very, very strict habit because I don't want things to change. I want them to be the same. Now, there are things that I could do that could be bad habits, right? Maybe I get up in the morning and have chocolate cake. Maybe that's not a good habit to have. So when you're creating things that you do, create repetitious habits. And look, you don't have to be the most, person in the world that does everything by memory. You could have sticky notes out. I mean, simply putting your gym shoes out on the front door before you walk out could be the trigger that you need to go to the gym. And if you do that every morning, your habit before you go to bed would be one thing, and then the habit when you wake up would be another. So create habits that are good for you and do them repetitiously over and over again. And what I would suggest when you create these habits is make them easy. Don't make them very complicated, because if they're complicated, eventually you're not going to want to do them, and that's just natural. But if you make them easy, you make them functional, you make them towards a bigger goal, well, then you'll have good habits. Now, you can have the same kinds of things as bad habits, and then you just have to change them. So maybe you could ask yourself, is what I'm doing today actually going to get me to where I want to go in life, or is it taking me further away? Once you set those up, start doing your repetitious habits, and you will find that that becomes ingrained in you, and you will be much more successful doing it.